Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So, the topic of the day is conceptual manipulation. So, last time I did a video on causality manipulation, and I said that isn't hard topic to talk about, but it was hard because of its simplicity, and this is just the opposite. This is another hard topic that you to talk about, and it is harder because of its complexity. By the way, do try and watch this video till the end because this is such a complicated topic that you will need to watch the whole video to fully understand what it means and its limitation. So, what is a concept? Before knowing what is conceptual manipulation, you need to know what is a concept. Anything that you use, that you see, that you hear about, or even the things that you don't know about is a concept. Example of a concept would be you feel hot, that is a concept of hotness. You can talk to your friend miles away. Here, talking friend miles is a concept. You can calculate millions of dollars in seconds. Here, money calculating calculator dollars second. All this is a concept. Everything that surrounds us is a concept. From pin snap to your pant zip, everything is a concept. Even pulling your chain up and down. Here, chain pulling up and down and pushing, actually all these are a concept. Well, everything to be it uh wait everything, be it an abstract idea of physical presence, it is a concept. There is a god. This idea that god exists is a concept. Humans exist. This is the concept of humanity. Animals exist, concept of animals. Fiction exists, concept of fiction. So how we see the world through these millions of concepts that surrounds us. Right now, I'm trying to make this video, so there are so many concepts around me. Concept of working, concept of draft, concept of typing, concept of words, concept of sentence, concept of communication, concept of electricity, concept of chair, concept of sitting, concept of air, concept of breathing, concept of being alive, and so on. The thing is that concept has wide range. A bookish definition would be the world as it is normally perceived is not pure and untouched. Various layers or concepts exist over it and act like filters, affecting how it appears. By applying new concept over it or manipulating the existing one, the world can be altered. By the way, a pure world itself is a concept too. So even that can be manipulated without putting on any extra layers. Concept itself has layers over it, but that would come in a different video, different types of concept. I won't be explaining that in this video because that might be too confusing and too much to take at one point of time. That's a heavy topic, so if you want to know about that, then do post a comment. So you watching this video, it is a concept too in itself that you are watching something. That is a concept. Does that mean you're doing conceptual manipulation? No. I told you what a concept is because everything from the basic to the highest is a concept. They are high level concepts. These are basic concepts that are all around us. They are high level concept, that is space, time, and life, death. And these higher level concepts, when you actually manipulate these higher level concepts, that is when it becomes conceptual manipulation. You are manipulating fortune, you are manipulating misfortune, you are manipulating lies, you are manipulating truth, you are manipulating chaos, you are manipulating order. Everything that is a higher abstract concept, manipulating those would become conceptual manipulation. By the way, if you destroy humanity, then it won't be conceptual manipulation, but if you destroy the concept of humanity and humanity as a result gets wiped out, that would be conceptual manipulation. There are different classes of concept too. Some are dependent on sentient beings. So if sentient beings are wiped out, they would cease to exist. I think this would be too much if I talk about in detail, so in just one video. So post a comment and I will definitely make another one. So coming to examples, we have so many fictional characters that give us example of a concept. Like Yukari, I like her best because her concept explains how conceptual manipulation works, and that too well. So her conceptual manipulation is manipulation of boundary. Boundary is a physical and abstract concept. There are physical boundaries, then there are boundaries that are invisible but exist, like boundaries between nation, boundaries between people, boundaries between the universe. And this is something that is in Toho, in I think that's the pronunciation, Toho universe itself. What is their concept of boundary? Well, their concept of boundary is everything that exists in a world has this invisible boundary, like this boundary between me and the bed. If this boundary ceased to exist, then I and this bed would become one, and if all boundaries cease to exist, then there would be no separate creature. There would be just one world without any boundary, just one thing. Okay, so that is the inverse calculation. So she can control these boundaries that does not exist in this world. That does exist in an abstract manner. Okay, then there are characters like Battler or Ushiromiya, right? Battler Ushiromiya from Umi Nikko, who can actually deny the concept of someone's existence itself. You are existing, so he can actually deny you your existence and you would be wiped out. Or there is Ichibe, who can control the concept of name. Anything that his ink comes in touch with, he can strip that person of his or her name. And by name it means power, because this is something like Bleach Inverse, where their names actually affect the power. So he can also give them new names, like if he gave someone the name of Aunt, like what he did with Juhabak. He told him that you are Aunt from now on, so your power would be just as strong as an aunt. Then there is Madoka, who has power over the concept of creation and destruction. She can destroy by manipulating these concepts, destroy the universe, destroy the multiverse, or create a multiverse or a universe. I hope that made some sense. I did my best to simplify it as much as possible, although I did not go in details about how many type of concepts are there and how they are affected. But I will keep that for the next video. So this is why I told you to stick to the end, because there are some limitations when we talk about fictional character using conceptual manipulation. We do not assume what they can or cannot do with conceptual manipulation. The only thing that is accepted is what they actually did. As you can tell, this hack is too strong and could be said to be the basis of most supernatural powers. That is why this has such severe limitations. Like Ichibe, he can manipulate the concept of name, and that does not mean he can actually manipulate concept of life, creation, or anything like that. Okay, a character that can create conceptual manipulation does not mean he or she can destroy or alter it unless it is shown, no matter how much sense it makes. There are other limitations for it, but for that I would have to explain how different type of concepts are there and how they are affected by other things, so that is for the next video. And do your very own causality manipulation and subscribe to my channel. Help me through this, and I will be posting series for every hacks that you do not understand or that is hard to understand, you get confused about. So if there is a hacks that you get confused about, then do just post in a message, just leave a comment and I will make a video about it. So see you next time guys, see you soon.